I just can't resist introducing Simmy McMichael because I find her to be this really powerful warrior woman, and I just can't help and resist that. So welcome, Simmy McMichael.
Aloha. I'm here to save Kahalu'u. It's a National Historic District, and it's part of the Makai side. They're already starting to renovate and preserve this area for the cultural living landscape. And this part is the Mauka side of Kahalu'u. There's so many reasons why they should not put 306 timeshares to this land. And it's the historic parts, but since we're on the environmental part, I'm going to stick with the environmental. So what it is when the county put in the sewer system, all of Ali'i Drive, they forgot the last mile, and that goes from Queen Kalama all the way to Kahalu'u Beach. So while I was actually researching this project, I found that there was 2 million gallons of nutrients going directly into Kahalu'u Bay on a daily basis. So our water is impaired. It's 303D impaired, in fact. And they put these signs up and saying they're bacteria, and then they take it down. But it's going into the ocean daily. And we need to have a sewer to correct this problem. I contacted the EPA, and they said they are aware of it, and the state is working towards banning cesspools, and it won't be until 2050. But the problem is that Kahalu'u, the sea is rising, and there is a big problem of erosion. So by putting in a septic system for private owners, the people on the ocean front do not have the space for this septic system. So that problem will never be corrected unless they put that sewer in. And what the county is allowing, the 306 timeshares, is to take up the sewer system. So by putting the 306 timeshare units, it may not have the capacity to fix the problem existing for all the residents at Kahalu'u. So what I'm pushing for is, hey, if you have to close it up for a year, close the beach, put in the sewer system, correct the problem. We do not need 306 timeshares also because of the groundwater system. This landscape, this is a landscape of the Hawaiians. They had 500 residents in the 1800s. And the reason why, it was because of the agriculture, the landscape. The beauty of the property is that it has the groundwater system. The water comes from Mauna Kea. It goes to the slopes, the bottom of Hualalai, and then it goes to Kahalu'u. And what it is that your plants get watered beneath the ground. It's a groundwater system. So if you plant the correct plants, once it's rooted, you almost never need to water it. Honestly, it's a matter of cutting back everything. And the area is so hot and humid, yet the plants survive. So this is why King Kamehameha and King Kamehameha III and 1 and 3 actually resided on this property. And this was their traditional way of they survived, is that the Mauka side was the agricultural, and the Makai side was for fishing. So what I would love to see is that Kamehameha School is restoring. They're taking down the Kyoho Beach Hotel, and they're trying to make this a cultural living center. And restoring. But this one is the only one left, the Mauka side, the agricultural, that hasn't been bulldozed. And right now there are hundreds of features. There are enclosures, there's lava tubes, there's heiaus. It hasn't been touched by the bulldozers. So what I'd like to see is keep it a living cultural living center, get the kids there to do farming, keep all the enclosures, and put the museum at the top of the property. And Kamehameha School has a lot of artifacts. And they should promote hula on the Mauka side and keep the Makai side as fishing and surfing. Because this is how the Hawaiians live. And this is why this popular place was where it was most recited by all the Hawaiians. And as far as touristy, it would be a good place because people come to the Big Island not for Las Vegas, not for Waikiki. They come here for the experience of the cultural and the natural resources. And we can still attract tourists here. And they would love it to keep the original, not bulldoze and restore. It is just not the same. And not much is left because all of this coast is basically taken over by developers, and they've had no respect. They just bulldoze, and the county allows it. So since this is a special management area, this is a place where the people can make a difference. So I'm asking all of you to please take the time to send a testimony to the county. It counts when you send their emails. And even if it's not a long testimony, just get it in because the numbers do matter. So it's coming. Well, I went through the contested hearing and it was 3 days of agonizing. One lasted till 9 o'clock at night. And the county is in the process of approving the project. And the last minute, they pulled a stop saying they want the contested hearing to be reopened. Then this will give more testimonies and witnesses to come forward so they can have more information. So what it is, it's going to last for 195 days. And then the public will be able to join in at the beginning of next year. So I have a lot of time from now to the end of the year to build up more signatures and people opposing, because this will make a difference. The people's outcry can change the difference. So please support and stop the development.